When I was growing up, things were very hard for me. I knew early on that I was not like everybody else, but I felt it a lot more as I became a teenager. When I was in school, I wasn't a part of the popular crowd. I was more off to myself because I believed in what I thought not a lot of people did. I really didn't care if I fit in. I just cared about being me. So, although it was lonely at times, or I wish sometimes I could be like everybody else, I was grateful that I wasn't. So, no, I was not a popular kid, but I think that it's what made me who I am now. So if I could go back and change it, I would. What it's like for me when I'm on stage and I hear the crowd screaming my name or screaming the band's name or anything like that. It's the most amazing feeling I think you could ever have. It's like this grand energy that you can't put your finger on, but you just can feel it. I would not be able to do what I do if I didn't see every single one of you out there. What I feed on when I'm up there is the look on everyone's face, is if they're smiling, if they're going crazy, if they're excited, if they're having any kind of a good time, or if they're feeling what I'm doing. And if I can't see you, then I don't know it. And a big part of what drives me is looking at you and seeing what you're giving back to me. When I was growing up, I listened to a lot of different styles of music. I mean, a lot of different bands, but I have to say that as hard as it is to say which one is my favorite, I can say which one is my favorite. I have been inspired by Prince since I can remember. Everything about him or his band or anything that he did was always exactly perfect to me for what I wanted for myself. He was musical and sexual and exciting, and when you watched him, no matter what he did, he made you stand there and just pay attention to every little move that he did. And I think that he, by far, is one of the biggest influences for me on stage or when I do anything that I do with this band, because I just feel like from the moment I saw him, he was a part of me, and I will have to meet him one day. My favorite beverage. If it's just a regular drink that won't get me drunk, it would have to be apple cider. I think it's fantastic. I love it. Now, if I'm going to go out and I'm going to drink, which I don't always do, but if I do, an amaretto sour. That's my favorite. Because it's sweet and sour and tangy, and the second that you take a sip of it, it's like sex in your mouth. Okay, the most sensual experience I can remember. Let's see. That would have to be Not actually with a person, although I have quite a few stories I'm sure I'll share with you at another time. But the most sensual experience I have ever had has been on stage. I remember pouring water on myself and about a dozen hands all over me, just touching my arm or touching my hair, and I mean, not really touching any parts, that would be thought of as naughty, but I just remember laying there and feeling the water dripping off my skin and all their hands on me and my band playing and just thinking, this by far is one of the fucking sexiest things I ever felt in my whole life. I consider myself to be a lace girl because you can see through it, but not everything, and you still want to see more. This is my friend here. He has had about 20 different names. We can't stick with just one. So, and as you can tell, he's biting me. He's very, very sweet. He loves to eat human flesh, as you can tell. So, look at the camera, making it weird. He's beautiful and I love him, but he's at that I'm gonna bite everything and eat you stage. So I just kind of let him do it. But this is my kitty.